Today's video is a story time of how I met Syd and our present moments today. So we are gonna kick it off with how we met. Well, we met on Facebook. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like to sugarcoat.
Yeah, ain't no shame in my game.
Exactly. We met on Facebook dating.
What brought you to Facebook dating?
Honestly, I was not looking for a partner. I was on my journey, spiritual journey, and I was looking for a female perspective. At this time, I was really trying to understand the psychology of women. So I wanted a female friend. And so I was on Facebook dating, even though that don't make no sense. But
no, it does.
But yeah, I went to Facebook dating to find a female friend in the area where I was moving to. So I was gonna move to Arizona. So I wanted a female perspective, a female friend out in the West.
Where were you living?
I was living in Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to get out of the Midwest. I had to get out of the cold. So I wanted a new life out West. So I wanted some friends. So
okay.
I was on Facebook dating and we met. What really attracted me to your profile was her bio. She said some really intellectual things. It caught my eye. Her photos, her persona in the photos, it was like, ooh, she's intriguing. Maybe she might be able to teach me about feminine energy. It led from there. She gave me her number. When she gave me your number, y'all, that's when I was like super surprised because that doesn't happen too often. So, and that first phone call, y'all, I never forget.
Okay, so my perspective of what was happening, I joined Facebook dating. I actually had been on Facebook dating for a minute, probably longer than a year or two. Met some people, made some friends, but my whole objective for being on there was to meet friends. I wasn't looking to get into a relationship or find love or anything like that. My profile didn't say looking for a husband or somebody to take care of me. It didn't say anything like that. I just wanted to meet somebody who was smart and who I could learn from and also teach. Somebody who's willing to learn and someone that I could, share my knowledge with and they could also share theirs with me. And I had met other guys before meeting him that were smart, intellectual, had good conversation. But he had a picture he was in a tree, like he was sitting in a tree or something like that. And I was like, oh, he probably like nature and he liked being outside. And that was just different compared to every other man. I didn't like the men who had their shirts off. I didn't like the ones who were like talking weird in their bio and like, I don't know. It was just different. He gave me a whole different type of.
And did my profile say how far apart we were?
If it did, I didn't care. Because I'm used to meeting people on the internet, so I wasn't like, he got to be in my city. Like, because of what I did as a career for a living, I was already used to talking to people across the world on the other side of the country. So it was like, I didn't care where this man was at. As long as we could hop on the phone, the internet wasn't going to keep us away from each other. So, yeah, if it did say it, I don't know. I didn't pay any attention.
Okay, well, let that be known that you can literally find your person across the country.
Yeah. Definitely.
That was 1,700 miles apart.
It was.
Yeah, so basically we met on Facebook. Then I get to traveling to Arizona, basically where I wanted to lay my head and work and move on with the next steps of my life. And we were talking, we stayed in communication. After 3 months, I was like, all right, screw it. I took up the courage to ask her out, but she was like, we can't do that shit. I was like, dang, I kind of got hurt a little bit because she said no. And yes, y'all, we never met before, but I still asked her out. And then you did a bet. She did a bet. I remember this. She was like, if you hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, I will come see you. But I ain't never post so many videos in my life. I was like, yeah. When it hit $9.99, she sent me the flights. I was like, oh, she's serious. I paid for them same day. And that weekend, that's when we met. So I actually flew Sydney out to Arizona, where I was in Sedona, Arizona. We met in Phoenix, Arizona, and how did you feel about that? Because I know that that's scary.
Yeah, it was actually my first flight alone, even though I was more willing to take it because it was just literally an hour flight, if that. It was like 45 minutes. So, because it was such a short flight, I felt comfortable. And then talking to him over the phone, like we were on the phone all the time. Anytime we had free time, when he got off work, when I had some downtime, we was on the phone. Yeah. Like high school, used to be. Like on the phone. Yeah. Anytime you don't have anything else to do, we on the phone. So yeah, I felt comfortable around him. He made me feel safe. And I was like, I'm willing to give it a try. Of course, my family was tracking me the whole time. They was not about to let me just go meet some man that they had never met before. But they also FaceTime with him and saw his face, had a conversation with him, like to feel his energy and all that. And ultimately it came down to them being comfortable with me going. And I'm grown, so, you know, they was like, it's up to you. Like, you know, you got it, you're a big girl, but they was still tracking that phone. Make sure.
I had multiple phone calls that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we met in Arizona, and that's when I struck up the courage to ask her out. I was like 50-50, like, of you saying no or yes. But when she said yes, I was cool. I was happy.
And it was nice. He actually did better than I expected. And I really didn't have high expectations, but I mean, I didn't expect like no Motel 6. But it was better than like a regular situation. Like, it was a really nice hotel. Yeah. He was like, we can eat breakfast in the morning there for free. Like, it's included. Yeah. And it was cute. He had like a blanket. He had some candles that smelled really good. He had a bottle of champagne. He had some flowers. So it was a little vibe when I walked in. And at the time, I was a smoker, and he had a pre-roll for me. So, you know, he was on his P's and Q's that night.
Hey, when you want, like, you gotta impress the lady if you want the lady. And, like, that's every single day, too. Like, you don't just stop. But that first impression means a lot. I took that to heart, and she had everything ready.
Yeah.
In the hotel in Arizona, it was not bad. It was in Tucson, right? Or no? Tempe. It was in Tempe, right by the airport. It was a really nice hotel that I got for a deal, and I loved it.
I was like, oh, he did that all by himself.
Yeah. And y'all, like, after she said yes, every weekend, I was driving from Sedona, Arizona to Las Vegas. And that took a toll on my car. That took a toll on my time. Like, y'all, just this commitment was everything to me. And I took it. And I did it because I found a person that I really cared about and that I was willing to drive any mile for. I was willing to see at any time of the day. And I did it. And I loved it. But after that, after my time in Arizona, I ended up moving to Vegas. It's never been a dull moment. Never was upset about
We've been
what
like
happened.
Glue ever since.
Exactly. Like, shoot, what can I say?
We haven't separated since.
Yeah.
Like, not for long. If we had, it been more than what, like a week. Like, yeah. I've maybe gone out of town to see my family for a week. He gone out of town to see his family for a week. But yeah, we've been like inseparable ever since, and it's just worked. Which is rare because we hear a lot of stories about people like, when's a good time to move in with each other? Or, how long should you wait to do this? And it's like, there's never a time for real. It just depends on how safe you feel, how comfortable you feel, how much you guys are both like committed to making it work.
Yeah. I didn't come in like, when I came and moved in, I wasn't like a bum. What they call it?
Homosexual.
Exactly.
He wasn't a homosexual.
Yeah, I wasn't coming in like, oh, I'm gonna sleep on your couch or just expect to live here rent free. No, I literally pay for every meal. I pay rent. I pay everything. I make sure that I come in and I still do my due diligence as a man. even though I came in here. Fast forward all of that, a whole year from now.
A whole year from then.
Yeah, a whole year from then. We just actually took a trip. I finally got my passport. Did a surprise vacation, y'all. This was for our anniversary, which is in October, late October. I set up everything, y'all. She like it was so cold how I did it. She had to sit me down and talk to me like, what's going on? I feel your energy, like you hiding something from me. Like I was on my P's and Q's. And she felt it. So I had to tell her. I told her a week before we left, and she was surprised and everything. Booked a all-inclusive resort in Punta Cana. We stayed there for a whole week. Like I wasn't playing, y'all. I wasn't playing about this lady. Like this was for our anniversary, but not just for our anniversary, y'all. I had plans. Like I had plans. I set everything up. And you want to show them that rock that you wearing?
Yes.
So yes, y'all, we stayed there for 5 days, but on the last day, just showed her how much I cared about her, how much I loved her or love her, and I wanted to make this commitment legit. So I got down on one knee and I proposed to her on our anniversary. And it was a vulnerable moment for me because I've never done it before.
And it was in front of our family, even though our families weren't there, but he still took the time to like make sure they saw it.
Yeah, I recorded it from an angle, and then the other angle, I had my whole family on FaceTime. They were all crying and everything. But yeah, tell them your point of view from that trip.
Like he said, I already knew something was up. Of course, I didn't know where or when. And my mama held it down because I was like, something's going on. Like, I was asking her questions like, why is he not talking to me like that? Or like, why he spending his time doing this? Like, I don't know. Like, it just threw me off a little bit because I feel like he don't hide nothing from me. Like, we usually share everything. So, but I knew like he was putting his focus into other things. And I don't know. I won't say I felt neglected, but a little bit. Like, I just wasn't in on something. And like, I knew that I wasn't in on something. So, yeah. And I wanted to sit down and talk about it. And I was just like, tell me, I want to plan it too. Like, I didn't want it to just all be solely him doing the planning. Like, I want to be in on it too because it's our anniversary. It's not just for me. It's not like my birthday. Mm-hmm. See, that's different. But yeah, I wanted to be a part of it. So when he told me, I was 100% surprised. And he showed me the room online, how it's going to be. And that had me excited. I hurried up, got on Amazon, got us some stuff that we needed that was necessary for our trip, like the little thing to put our phones in so they wouldn't get wet. Just stuff for our personal needs and necessities. And yeah, we was out a week later.
How was the vacation for you? Like, the video is actually gonna come out soon, but it's gonna come out before this one, so y'all gonna kind of see the resort that we were at. But like when you stepped on Dominican soil, how was the vacation? Like all 5 days, basically. Explain something. Let them know.
Oh well, the resort was great, but I had some interesting things going on with like my sinuses and stuff when I got there, just from the difference in the climate. But aside from what was going on with me, it was great. Like, we ate as much as we could eat. We drank. We had like VIP little perks and privileges. Like, we felt like we was like young Black millionaires. Like, we was treated like kings and queens. So it was perfect. It was everything. I learned a little bit more Spanish. Bae was speaking Spanish to the people like he just was Dominican as hell. I'm like, who is this guy? Like, he fit right in. Everybody was like, You're our color. Like, they thought we was Dominican, which I was proud. I'm like, I'm fine with it if they think that we're Dominican. But yeah, it was everything. It was great. We enjoyed the pool. We enjoyed the food. The restaurants there were great. We went to the club one night. The bartender made us some really good drinks. And just walking around the resort, it was really quiet. We went during the week, so it wasn't that many kids. It was a lot more older couples, and it was just relaxing. We had a spa day, did hydrotherapy. We did our first cold plunge together. That was interesting. and then we got a massage. So yeah, what was your take on it?
Shoot, I just loved every bit of it. Like you said, we were VIPs. Yeah, money was not an issue. Like flights, we needed to be comfortable. Like the resort, I needed to be well taken care of, and so I paid for the VIP club membership. So we can drink as much as we want. We can go to the best lounges. We can do basically we are the best people on the resort, so we get the best care. So y'all, I paid extra for it. I wasn't playing no games, and I can legitimately say I'm glad I did because there's people that will go to a all inclusive resort and just experience all of the inclusive stuff that is in the all inclusive. Now, I wanted to make sure that we was getting the leg up. I wanted to make sure that you were taken care of and that we had a great experience for our first trip outside of the country. And they did not disappoint. If y'all want to know the resort is Jewel Punta Cana in Dominican Republic. I highly recommend their services. They were pretty good to us. But yeah, I loved it. Now we're engaged. She got a nice little rock on her finger.
I said yes.
That also was not cheap. I was, y'all, this whole little 2 month, 3 months sequel, I spent some money. And that's because I feel like it was rightfully owed. Because you are the best person that deserved it. And what you bring to my life, the money don't even equal up to it. So I was not, money was not an issue. I was okay with spending it. Now that we are engaged, we feel like it's time to start our YouTube journey. Like our life is so prominent. We have a journey. What we do in our everyday lives, I feel like can be shared to the public, can be shared on YouTube and actually build a community. Like your light, my love, it's unique. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we need more Black love on social media. We need more Black love in the world. And it's time to actually to show that, to experience that, and have y'all actually view it. Because we've seen channels where it's like disrespecting,
toxic.
Like Black love is under a boot right now. And we want to bring it into a new light.
Bring in some fresh energy.
Yeah, so basically we're going to start our YouTube journey, y'all. Tell them why you wanted to start YouTube, or just basically give on why you actually chose to do YouTube.
Okay, so years ago, even as a teenager, like 16, 17, my sister told me to start YouTube way back then. And I was nervous. I didn't have the confidence that I have today. But it always was in the back of my head that I could, but I just didn't have the courage to. Or the will to get up and actually do that thing consistently. I didn't feel like I had the knowledge or the editing skills or the right camera equipment. Like I thought things just needed to be a certain way. Or I'm like, how can I record if I don't have my background, what is it supposed to look like? I don't want to just be recording in my bed. So yeah, it took a while to get here, but it always was in the back of my head that I could start YouTube. I started, I stopped like many people and most people do. But I feel like I also wanted somebody to go on the YouTube journey with me and have a partner that is there along the road. I just never had that. And now that I do, I feel like it's no better time than now, because I would have never started YouTube with a boyfriend. That made me nervous to do. Like, if you want to do it, do your thing. I don't judge. But that's just not what I wanted to do, because I didn't want to start a channel with a boyfriend and then he break up with me, or start a channel with a boyfriend and then we split up, and then all the work that we put into it is just like void. So yeah, I did say the next time I took YouTube serious or began to do it, I would be doing it with my husband. And yeah, so now we're here.
Yeah. And y'all, we are just now being engaged, so we are just now starting our channel. So basically, as we grow, our channel grow, and y'all come and grow with us. So that's exactly how we wanted it. Like, as we grow old, our channel grows with us, and we just wanted y'all to be a part of our family. That's why we call y'all S&T Fam, because this is not something that is like we doing for the money. We are doing this for our journey to show real love, show black love, and just to uplift a lot of the energy on the planet. And that's what YouTube does. You literally go on YouTube to escape a present feeling. And when you see couples channels, like I just started watching couple channels with Bay, but when you see it, you actually do smile. You like you see something in that couple. You, what do you call it? You living vicariously through them. And why not us? We just got engaged. We want to start a channel. We feel like that we are adequate, and
Yeah, we have value to bring. We're smart, we're resourceful. So even when it comes to like helping people outside of the internet in real life, like we always want to be a guy and help people when our families come to us and ask us questions. We gonna research the answer. We gonna find the answer. So yeah.
So y'all, thank y'all for watching this video. We greatly appreciate it. We hope y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Hey, if y'all have any questions for us, we are willing to do a Q&A question or Q&A video. But thank y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks for watching.